welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at Alliance War Quarter 2. It's going to be AOH versus Universal Stars, Celestial Avengers, and DSVG. Let's get into it. For this first fight, we got Hitmonkey on second wind. I'm using Iceman here, and the goal pretty much is just not to knock him down at all. I do a good job of this. I was a little nervous going into it. Hitmonkey can do a lot of damage, but ultimately what I want to do is just bait the SP1, punish it, get that unblockable off since I am tactic. I can parry him and just not knock him down, because as soon as he starts cleansing anything, I got getting that damage reflection back, and that's no good. And also the evade comes when you knock him down, so it's pretty much just simple SP1 rotate, basic attack. I do fail the punish here, which kind of sucks, but it's all good. Just play around as unblockable and throw an SP3 here just to be safe, and that's the end of the fight. So this is our first. We're a Path Warrior on this fight. This next fight here is Node 16. Special Burst, Tranquilize, and Aggression Fury. I'm taking Shuri versus the cow here. Basically, I'm immune to ability accuracy reduction, so I will not be getting affected by the Tranquilize. Just gonna punish SP1s here with the heavy attack, which I can. I can parry, obviously, and then I'm gonna get my SP1 rotation up, get my crits going, and it's an easy fight. So here he's just throwing special ones on punishing. Trying to keep his charges down, and it's just a long Rentra fight, man. That's all there is to it. So yeah, enjoy the rest of this fight. I'll catch you in the next one. Up next here, we go to Path 2, and we're going to be taking Black Panther Civil War on strike counter, never back down. It is the scariest fight of this war. Essentially, I cannot dash back more than one time, or else he just starts regenning a ton. And I also can't parry, I can't heavy him, so I literally can only dash back once. I was nervous going into this. My officers were nervous about me going into this, but it ended up going well. I just literally never dashed back hardly at all. Block the specialists and just punish right away. I can get that unblockable off, and then just as soon as I get SP1, I have to throw that because I have only a couple seconds before I get power drained. And then I just am baiting the first hit of Black Panther's heavy the whole time. So this fight goes really well based on the planning. I've thought a lot about it, talked to a lot of people about it. So yeah, awesome fight there. Up next is Domino on node 29, personal space and prey on the weak, also stun immunity. Really, all I have to do here is play a normal Domino fight, but I do have to watch for her power gain. So I'm taking Shuri against her, and I'm going to be punishing the SP1, doing the knockdowns, doing the Shuri rotations, and yeah, this fight goes really smoothly, and I do have to watch out for the placebo because when that runs off, you know, power gain, but it goes really well. So yeah, enjoy the rest of this fight, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Alright guys, now we start off War 6 against Celestial Avengers. Starting out here, Path 9, Node 9 with Vision Arcus, Hazard Shift, Rupture, Bleed, Blood in the Water, Power Efficiency. We're taking in Hood, and we're just going to try to build our SP2 as fast as possible. We do have the Power Start 1. SP2 will shut down the Hazard Shift node mostly with that ability accuracy reduction. Gave us that invisibility, baiting the specials, trying to just play it safe, build to that second SP2, and then ignite those charges and get that burst damage down. I am losing a lot of health, and I end up losing, I think, around 50% health this fight, but that's to be expected with the cold snap and, you know, all the damage over time and extra stuff. But the fight does go down smoothly, and then we're going to move on now to the next fight here. The next fight is going to be a Gladiator on Node 18 and Path 9. Looking at Hazard Shift, Shock Poison, Power Focus 1, Feat of Indestructible. So he's going to start out every time I gain a bar of power, he's going to get the Indestructible, but I stagger it right away. We are now just going to go back into that same rotation. Once we get the staggers up on Gladiator, this fight is super easy. The only thing is that he never wants to throw specials, so I keep doing that little attack, just get that stagger back up there. We'll go here, we're going to throw another SP2 after this, and then try to go into our invisibility, ignition, heavy, but then he decides to throw a special, of course, so we'll do a striker into a heavy, and that should be the fight over. So a couple clean fights. I did have to heal up a little bit. Next up here, we go to Path 6, and we're going to be taking America Chavez on Node 24. This is Fisticuffs, Stylish, Daunting Doom, so I do have to wait out the Fisticuffs here in the beginning a little bit. But I'm just going to be baiting the full heavy attack on her side, because I don't care about the power gain, because I have Prowler. And I'm just going to power drain her as soon as she gets above a bar of power, so then that's the way to do it, honestly. And that just gives me that better opening. I don't want to deal with the other buffs, other dimensions there. So this is just a normal Prowler fight. I do kind of mess up the rotations a little bit. It's a little hard to play around this node, but you know, Prowler does enough damage, and this is my newly rank 4 Prowler, so very exciting. I should have ended in a medium there and thrown the SP2, and then I get hit here, playing like a scrub. But I'm gonna do some crazy stuff here, and it just melts the fight. I mean, it's so awesome. Next we go to Node 33, and we're going to be facing Domino. This is Combat Deja Vu, Prowess Puncture, Conflictor. Another Prowler fight. Straightforward, but it is kind of impossible to get my Incinerates up. So it does go a little rocky, but we do get those 27 charges off the first one there. And I keep forgetting to just do my SP1, or sorry, my heavy to get the Incinerates up once she throws the special, because I can dash in and do it and punish. I just keep forgetting to do it, so it is what it is. I go for an SP2 here with just the Falter without the Incinerate, and It does a good chunk, honestly. It does a good chunk, but I'm doing less damage here for sure. But see here, I should have heavy punished. So it is what it is. Fight goes down, no problem. It's just a little bit longer. So last up in this war against Cav, I do actually have the opportunity to take Hood against the boss. It's my first boss fight in expert level tier 1, and it's against Nova here. You guys all know the node 50 nodes, so I don't need to read that off to you guys. But I just have to worry about the unblockable, and if I am unblockable because I'm tactic and I punish specials, I get the unblockable. I will not do all the damage from the burst, so I have to manage that, and I'll just get nerfed in general because Nova, if you're attacking him when unblockable, you get less damage. So this is going to be a pretty long fight, and I'm also new to Hood, like I said previously, so it's a bit rocky, but I honestly finished the fight no problem with a lot of health. Sorry to spoil it for you, but I could definitely be playing better when it comes to Hood, and not be in the corner so much, utilize my invisibility more. There's a lot of nuance to that champion, and I'm not with it all yet. But practice makes perfect, you know what I mean? His power gain is a little scary, SB2 here, and then he gets the unblockable. Now I'm kind of in a rocky spot. Throughout this fight, I do let the charges fall off, which is such a rookie move, but it's because I have the unblockable, and I found that way harder to manage than I had expected, because I just, every time I want to instinctually go in and punish that SP1, when I do that, I get the unblockable, but if I don't do that, then he gets the unblockable, so then I don't have an opening, then I can't do my charges. So then I was kind of having to reset mid-fight, calm down, and kind of reassess. But I mean, I wasn't too worried about it because I'm at full health and he's at 50% health, and I'm just kind of coming to terms with the fact that it's a slow fight. I have a lot to learn, and yeah, we'll move forward. Anyways, that does it for this war number 5, and I'll catch you guys on war number 6 here once this fight's done. Cheers. Alright, so now we're going to go on to war number 6 versus DSVG. I am starting out on path 6, node 6, and this is Killmonger with Arrogance and Power Thief. I just have to basically not get the falter. That's really all it is. And so that's why they assigned me the Omega Sentinel here. I can get that tracking up, and then I can just slow fight it through. I do have to worry about power gain, and you will see me slip up a little bit in this fight. I do eat an SP3 to the face, because Omega Sentinel is the GOAT, I hardly take any damage. I think it's like 3% damage or something crazy low. So yeah, I kind of definitely mess up with DOT here, but you know, all in all, keeping that tracking up. I would say out of all my wars this season, this is my most sketchy war. I am playing pretty badly. I was kind of shaky. I lose the tracking there, and yeah. But you guys will see me on the next fight, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this rocky fight, man. Next up here on Path 6, we got Mr. Sinister with Phantom, Pain, Spinning Wheels, Exhaustion, and Dirty Work. So again, I'm using Omega Sentinel, and I'm going to now keep up the heal block. And I don't take any DOT since I'm a robot if he ends up throwing an SP1, which is good. But at the same time, my kit kind of relies on that DOT. So I really want to just bait the SP2s to the best of my ability. I'm going to be going for the SP3 rotation for the bigger incinerates, but I can't really get my other debuffs on practically because the way the fight is paced, I didn't feel comfortable going for any other debuffs besides the heal block. So again, this is another slow fight, trying to just manage those DOT incinerates or plasmas onto him, and try to bait those SP2s. So that's really the goal there. So yeah, this fight is slow, steady, but slow and steady wins the race, man. And we will see you on the next fight. Alright, next up here we have a Cersei on node 21, path 3. This is encroaching stun and reluctant retaliation, overwhelming odds. Now, to be clear with this one, this is my first ever really fight with Longshot, like a high stakes fight with Longshot, outside of all my practice fights. And it was kind of our only option for this. I talked it over with the officers. I was like, okay, I'm going to practice up, I'm going to do it. went decently in practice, and then I just kind of lose all my skill, and I forget how to play the game completely. So it takes me longer to ramp up. I'm baiting specials. I am getting stunned with the encroaching stun here. I am missing the SP1. I don't have my my charges up properly. I mean, I've already lost a bunch of health, 40% health, but here I get the SP2 off, no problem. And we now have the stagger. We're staggering her buffs, and the fight's immediately over. So super sketchy, but it worked out in the end. Next up, we actually have my favorite fight of the entire season. You guys all know I'm a Black Cat guy. Rank 4 Black Cat. First war appearance here versus Void on node 30. Combat Deja Vu, Cold Turkey, Safeguard. And because of the long shot synergy, I actually start with 40 hits in my combo. So I am just ability failing everything here. And it is fantastic. I have PS1, drop the SP2 and the Vicious to get more damage over time because I don't actually need to fail anything else because of the 40 combo. And this fight is just a joke. I mean, look at that melt. It was super fun, and I was feeling really good about this war so far. So yeah, then we're gonna get on to this next fight. Alright, so like I said before, I was feeling really good about this war other than the Cersei fight. But now we're going to node 47, Nova, and this is missing in action, return policy, and false confidence. And false confidence is appropriate because that is what I have going into this fight, is false confidence. I have to manage unstoppable spacing. I have to manage unblockable because of the tactic every time he throws a special. I have to manage falter every time he loses a buff. It is just an insane fight. So as you see here, I am in the corner. I'm getting hit. I lose all my health here. I'm at 23% health. He's at 98% health. I'm in the corner. I'm like, well, I am giving up another death. This sucks. I don't know what I'm doing with long shot. I've messed up my rotation. And let me tell you, I was so stressed out. Here again, I get hit once again. I get saved by the unstoppable there. And then I get hit again. I am now down to 3% health, and I finally land the charges. I can't believe it. So from 3% all the way down, now I'm staggering all of his abilities, and I don't even know how that's possible. I get the solo. It's insane. What a stressful fight. What a way to end off War 6. All right, thank you guys for watching.